Good afternoon, everybody. You seem quite close today. There we go. Right, it's 10 to 1 in the afternoon and this has been my first opportunity to record. I'm not wearing my glasses, so excuse me if I'm squinty, but it is raining stair rods today and it rained on my glasses and I can't find my little special polishy cloth thing, so au naturel today. So if I'm a bit squinty, that's what it is. I was up and out, excuse me, by about 7:15 this morning. Got the kids out the door to the train station for school. Jim and I headed into work and I had 2 clients on the bounce and Jim was very good. Everyone loves it when I take the dog with me, and so he had lots of smooths and he's absolutely exhausted now. When I take him into work, he doesn't get as many naps. So there he is, curled up on his beanie bag, fast asleep. I don't think he's going to move until the kids get home. Yeah, so he was really good. And then when my clients had finished, I took him for a walk around the local rec, the recreation ground. It's a big grassy patch near work. And very wet. Both of us got very wet. And he got pooped on by a pigeon. And although Jim the dog loves swimming in the sea and splashing in murky ponds, he does not like being bathed. So I managed to scrape it off with a large leaf and then had a proper go at him when we got back to the gym. So yeah, he's pretty tuckered out, I think. Okay, day number 5. It's a red string kind of day. Sorry, exciting parcel. Maybe this is a bit higher than it is usually. Oh, yes it is. There we go. That's a bit better. Whoop. Gold coins. I said I was saving my gold coins. I ate them in the bath last night. It was amazing. Ooh. Flea Bubs and Lala Superwash Merino Nylon. I've not even heard of those, Beck. Look. Rainbow yarn. That's lush. I really like that. I remembered to bring my mitered square work in progress with me. And this is how far I've got. So we had day 1, day 2, day 3 and day 4. So day 5, I can either put it on the end there, or I can fill in the gap in the middle. Not sure. I'll have a play with that later. But yeah, I'm making good progress. I should probably weave some ends in as well, just to keep on top of the ends. Although I have to say, I don't mind weaving in ends. Lots of people absolutely hate it, but I find it quite therapeutic. Right. A while ago off eBay, I ordered some offcuts of leather. You've got a leather sofa. I'm sure you've seen it in some of the videos. Oh yes, I was sat on it recording with Max the other day. And Dave and I bought that sofa in 1999. So like basically 20 years ago. And it's held up incredibly well. I'm sorry, I'm damp all the way through to my underwear and now I'm starting to get itchy. I got so wet. Anyway, so the sofa's held up really well, but the main seat pads, there's a couple of holes in it and it's, starting to rip. And I don't want to buy a new sofa. There's nothing the matter with my sofa. It just needs patching. So this is the closest colour match I could find on the internet. And for now, I'm just going to slide these under the gaps, under the remaining seat covers to cover the holes. And then when I have a bit more time in the new year, I'm going to try and find how I could actually stitch these in place, like like an old school patch, visible mending and all of that. I don't think the leather seat covers are removable. So I would need an old school leather needle. I think they're quite curved ones. I am friends with New, who, if you know her on Instagram, she is Hide and Hammer. I met her at a yarn show 18 months, 2 years ago through Becky of Rivenets, because I know Becky. Anyway, New is a fantastic leather worker, and she's recently, actually, go and check out Rivenets, or it's Rivenets UK on Instagram, or Hide and Hammer on Instagram, and they've just announced that they're doing a fantastic collaboration, and New has made a sock sack with a leather bottom and a canvas top, and Becky of Rivenets has dyed some sock yarn, and those kits are going live on Saturday. Anyway, the point is, New is a leather worker, so at some point I was going to chuck her a message on Instagram and see if she could just offer me a couple of quick tips about stitching leather patches on, or if any of you have any tips, I would be very grateful. I haven't even got as far as doing a Google search, so I'm sure it will throw up some videos, but if anybody happens to know where I can source leather working hand needles, hopefully I can fix my sofa. This costs £5. Hopefully needles won't be much more than £5, so for £10 I can get another 20 years out of my sofa. The other reason I need to fix it is because when we moved into this house, it didn't fit through any of the doors. We actually had to get the back window taken out of the back room where my sewing table is now. Yeah, so when that sofa dies, it's a chainsaw job. So I'd really much rather patch it up. Yeah. I also wanted to take the opportunity to announce that in January, I'm going to be having the second rendition of my newfangled make-along. I ran a make-along through the podcast, not this January, but the one before. And the only rules are you've got to do something new. It could be an entirely new craft. It could be a new technique. It could be that you're making a pattern that's new to you. It could be a new kind of fabric or material. I really don't care, as long as it's something new to you. We had knitters, crocheters, weavers, dressmakers, all sorts joining in. I think it will just be #newfangled-make-along-19, and I'll set up a thread in the group, and that's going to be going, that will start probably the 1st of January, and I'll run it for probably 2 months. Just in case anyone's making larger items, that gives you enough time. And the reason I wanted to mention that now is because I wanted to show you one of the other things. Sorry, I've just realised they're sellotaped together. One of the activities we did at the Knit Tea Retreat was a bring and take table. And all it meant was that if you were coming along to the retreat, if you had any craft supplies of any sort that you didn't use anymore or didn't want anymore, you could bring them along. The idea being, we'd all dump them in the middle of the table, everybody got a raffle ticket, and then we all took it in turns to go up and choose a thing, and if there was anything left, we all went again. And people were so generous. There was beautiful yarn, there was easy knits, and there was Bollmeister, there was needles, project bags, all kinds of things. And I found these, which I know were left by Kaz63. Hi Kaz! Now I must confess, I'm not 100% sure what they are. They're an aid to quilting, because I want to do a new craft in January. I want to try quilting. I don't fancy making a full-on quilt. I don't have the right sort of machine, but I could see myself making some coasters or quilted project bags, and I want to start off by making a small rectangular mat to go underneath my sewing machine. I often push my sewing machine backwards and forwards on the table just to get access to space for pinning things or trimming stuff. So I thought a rectangular mat made up of 3 or 4 squares just in a strip would be a quite nice starter project. Okay, fangles. The fast, easy and accurate way to make half square triangles from strips. No more 7/8 of an inch maths, just add 1/2 inch and cut strips. Each pack contains Fangles templates made with easy tear paper and fully illustrated step-by-step instructions. Okay, this is an American thing. Fangles. And then you can see at the back, that's the thing. So there's 2.5 inch finish diameter, 1 inch and 2 inch finish diameter. So I'll have to have a look at what the instructions say. Pin the Fangles paper to the strips, keeping the long edges aligned. Oh, okay. Huh, a bit more detail on the back. So yes, hopefully these will help me, because I know you can buy ready cut packs, you know, charm packs and jelly rolls, but the whole point of quilting is using up scraps, and I've got quite a few scraps and I don't really want to have to, you know, spend money on something at this point, certainly not in January when everyone's absolutely stony broke. So, Fangles, thank you very much, Kaz. And by all means, start having a think about if you'd like to join in our new Fangled make-along in January. I'm sure I can scare up some prizes. If anyone watching is interested in donating a prize, that would be very much appreciated. Just chuck me a message either on Ravelry, I'm Pins and Needles UK on there, or through Instagram. Again, Pins and Needles UK. Right, I've got a couple of hours until the kids are home, and one of Max's friends is coming over to play as well. So I need to get out of my cold, damp clothes, clean the kitchen, and think about something for dinner. I have no idea what we're going to end up having for tea. So I suspect that this will be all I manage to record today. It's a bit of a shorter one at 10 minutes, but that's life. You get a video every day this month. They can't all be 20 minutes, people. Anyway, thank you for watching. Bye.